Hi guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how I customize my PS4 controller. I play Call of Duty, so I wanted to buy SCUF controller or Battlefield 1. But the price is expensive for me, and I'm not sure if it's worth to buy one right now since PS5 is coming out. So I had to watch some videos to learn how to do it. I'm totally beginner, but I was still able to do it. So if you're interested in customizing your own controller, then keep watching. Today I'm going to customize my friend's controller. You can customize your controller like this, or you can put back pedals. You can also change your L2, R2 buttons into mouse click buttons. This is my first custom controller. I bought a white shell and SCUF thumbsticks for this. It has 2 custom back buttons and 2 tap triggers. Here's everything you will need. Unscrew the back of your controller and open carefully. Detach this flat cable from green board. Detach the battery plug and remove the battery. Take your small screwdriver and unscrew the battery casing here. Carefully take out the top blue cable and separate the shell from the middle components. Take your marker and mark where you want your buttons to go. Take your drill and carefully drill a hole into your controller. After that, you can take a box cutter or even sandpaper and remove the extra pieces. Test the position and size with the button and cap. The cap should fit into the hole. Take some solder fluid on a toothpick and wipe some onto the contact points. For this controller, I put it on 3 negatives and X, O, and R2. Apply to the spots like this. I'm just a beginner, so this is not a great example. Cut your wires. For each button, you will need 2 wires. So I cut 6 wires. Remove the covering of the ends. I just used my nails. You can use something to hold down the other side of a remapping tool as you solder the wire to the remapper. Take your tacked buttons and bend up one side of the connectors. Then bend the other side so that it sticks out to the side like this. Take your mouse buttons as well and apply solder fluid and solder the ends. Twist each negative wire together with a positive wire like this. Take your tag button and cap and try to find the best angle for the button to work. Once you're happy with the placement, take your glue gun and glue down one side of the button first to hold it in place. Wait for it to cool down before removing your finger. Keep testing to make sure the button clicks well. Take away your finger and apply more glue to hold the button in place. Be careful not to get any glue on the metal conductors or let it leak under the button. However, if you do, you can remove the button easily and start again. Do the same thing on the other side. When you're done, press the buttons and make sure they click well. Take the ends of your R2 or L2 wires with solder fluid and solder it to the mouse clip buttons first. Take your X and O wires and solder them to the buttons. You can decide which side you want as which button. When you're finally done, tug on the wire gently to make sure they are connected well. You basically need to put something for the mouse clip button to sit on, so the trigger reaches the button fast. You can first place the mouse buttons under the trigger and see how high you want it. As the glue sits there, angle the controller to control its shape, like this, and wait for it to dry halfway so you can shape it while it's warm. It's hard for me to say how much you need, but it is easier to add more glue than to take away. So take your time and keep building the height until it is where you want the mouse button to sit. Keep watching to see what I mean. Keep checking the height by placing the mouse button on the dried glue to see how much more you need. When you get close enough, wait for the glue to half dry and then use your finger to place the mouse button in place while the glue is still drying. Hopefully, this makes sense. You can see how much glue I used. You might have to do this a few times before you get it. Repeat the same process for L2 if you want to change both buttons to mouse click. If you want, you can also take out your vibration motors to make sure your controller much lighter. I did that for my white controller. Take your remapping tool and put it over the control's top right chip. Make sure the remapping contacts line up exactly with the controller ones. Then take your green board and press down in place. Pull the short cable through and plug it in. Put your battery casing back in and plug in your battery. Connect the back shell flat cable to the green board. Carefully align the two sides, press everything together and screw. Here is a test video of me using my new controller. Left side button is working and the right side button is also working perfectly. And R2 is working, R2 also working. Yeah, I think it's good to go. Now I can try drop shot like this. I can even try like jump shot like this. R2 and R2 reaction time is much faster. Thank you for watching this video. If this video was helpful, please consider supporting my stream or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you and see you guys next time.